Hello and welcome to Game Time thing. My stream does have a name technically because I have to put one in Twitch, but I never use it. Anyway, I'm Milo. How are you? I play old retro games and stuff, weird things. Today is a very weird thing for you. It's a DOS game from 1997. So I'm running DOSBox and I have to type start. It's all very exciting. You ready? Okay. So this is King Kong 10. The Chinese title literally translates to Slam Dunk Kong. Now that name there is Di San Bo. Sorry, my Chinese tonality is not good, but it translates to third wave, which if you know anything about Chinese PC gaming landscape, might be familiar, but we'll talk about them later. For now, first impressions, that rolling title screen effect, kind of ripped off directly from Donkey Kong Country. The way I described this game on Twitter just now is that it's what you would get if you took Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City, Donkey Kong Country, and the manga Slam Dunk, put them in a blender, and then tipped it in the garbage. We've got some animated cutscenes here, so let's watch that. Here in the jungle, we've got our protagonist, Slam Dunk Kong. And he apparently has one expression in total. And yeah, he gets captured with some nice primate stock sound effects there. And yeah, taken back to the city. So very King Kong inspired plot here. Gibbon says he likes this already. Welcome. Hello, good to see you. So he's being taken to the city, but oh no. Rogue lightning strike destroys the helicopter. Nice, again. Love the sound effects. So before we really jump into the game, I want to check out the menus and stuff. King Kong 10 is the title they've given it, which relates to the gorilla, and 10 is his jersey name. Now, I found this game thanks to Forest of Illusions Twitter. They're a great video game preservation blog and obscure gaming stuff. Having a little problem with my controller right now. Apparently I can go down but not up. Hopefully that's not too much of an issue, but we'll work around it. So top item takes you into the game, bottom item quits the game. The other ones are options. This is a password thing, so we might get some passwords as we progress. Oh, do I have to actually enter something to leave this screen? Okay. No? Okay, escape. Of course. And yeah, there's options. I was very thankful for these because I was having trouble with the controls. You can pick gamepad. It's simpler for me just to do keyboard and then remap to a controller. But yeah, this was originally control for jump and right shift for the other one, whatever the buttons are. And I couldn't get right shift working properly. That's calibrating the gamepad in some way, audio, and yeah. So it's pretty simple to navigate even if you don't know Chinese. And yeah, once we're in the game, I don't think there's too much language, so let's get into it. Nice little pre-rendered graphics there. Oh, we already saw this in the attract mode. We saw this, so I'll skip it. And yeah, map screen. The ocean has the name of the game written on it for some reason. But yeah, it seems like there's a series of islands that we're going between. By the way, if you're running this in DOSBox, I recommend using the option to change the aspect ratio because in widescreen it seems a little squished. So the original 4:3, I believe, is the right way to play it. We've got our password down there for 0% completion, and there looks to be a fair number of levels, so we'd better crack on with it. I'll note that I'm running a special build of DOSBox that includes extra functionality such as save states, so I'll be able to do this. Excellent, anytime I want, which will help me get through some of these difficult, challenging levels. So here you can see we've got pre-rendered 3D sprites just like Donkey Kong Country, and also just like Chaos in the Windy City, there's basketball blackboards everywhere, and we're dribbling all the time, we can do a basketball attack. If you attack on the ground, Kong does a spin, which can take out enemies, but then leaves him quite vulnerable for a long time. So we're going to try and avoid that if we can. Otherwise, yep, there we go. So here's some little Kremling claptrap knockoffs. I think they're dogs. They're very dangerous. You do die in one hit, so I'm trying to get a look at them without dying. So there you go. Yes, cool. You'll also notice that there's no music in the game. I saw some speculation online that possibly the original release had Red Book CD audio, and the particular rip that's, or you know, the dump of the ROM that's online is missing that for whatever reason. I'm not sure about that because we did have music on the title screen and on the map screen, but not during gameplay, so it might just be a feature of the game. So we've already seen 2 power-ups I picked up from those backboards. I got the armor, which made me invincible for a while, but it's worn off now, and there was the screen clearing attack as well, which is nice. And here we have a Donkey Kong Country style tire to bounce off. I don't know what the dummy things... Oh gosh, mining robot. Woof. Okay, that was close. Yeah, those golden, like, the top of a milk bottle kind of thing. Yeah, that. I guess it's a whole milk bottle. I don't know what that is, but I just missed one, so whatever. Maybe those are the Kong letters. Yes, that's my screen clearing attack. It's some kind of hat with wings. I have no idea. Oh, so that's how easy death is in this game. And you zoom out like that, and we get another view of the map screen. Oh, yeah. So, pretty hectic game. There's going to be a lot of save state abuse, I'm sure, as I progress. I do want to get this thing. I have 3 now. Don't know what they do, but we're going to keep getting them. Yeah, so I'm not too fussed with using the save states because of the crushing difficulty and because there's no music, so you're not missing too much by stopping and starting like that. The other factor I want to emphasize is that there's only 2 videos of this game that I could find online that show off the game briefly, and really only this first stage. So if I can, I want to make some significant progress and show off more of the game than what's been online before. Nuts! Which isn't going to happen if that keeps happening. Alright, so get here, try and take out this guy, do it with the screen clear if I can. Hello? Ah! Oh, it's just, they come on you so quick, and yeah, Kong has a bit of a lag when turning around. Yeah. 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 So you have to dunk by hitting the jump button in midair in order to break open one of those backboards, and then to get the power up you need to dunk on it subsequently. So 2 dunks are required. And again, as with Chaos in the Windy City, there's a lot of keys everywhere. I don't know quite yet what they're for, but oh, we've already got a branching path in the level. That's interesting. I could go left or I could go right. And what's this? A minecart upended? Interesting. I think we've seen a few of those already. But yeah, another nod towards Donkey Kong Country perhaps. And yeah, if possible, maybe we might consider headcanoning this into the Donkey Kong series. Oh, winged shoes. Okay, that's going to increase my speed. Yes, I'm going much faster in an unsustainable manner, which makes things very dangerous. Yeah, as Gibbon says in the chat, well, he noticed the sunken pirate ship on the map. That's one reason I want to get to it, to see what else this game has to offer. Some of the artwork and flyers and such shows underwater levels, so we'll get to those as well. But yeah, Gibbon says, this reminds me of a sort of what if mock-up. Oh yeah, I remember what he's talking about. There's a sort of mock-up video online of the first Donkey Kong Country on the SNES, but instead of Rare's DK and Diddy designs, they've created pre-rendered similar kind of models based on the older, or you know, the Miyamoto senior and junior Donkey Kong designs, which you can see in DK94 on the Game Boy. Oh, so this is what the keys are for. If I have 20 of them, I can open that, whatever it is. Oh, the sound effects. It's just constantly making those monkey noises. Yeah, so I'll play. I guess I'm going to play through the first stage a little bit slower just to see all that I can and get a feel for the game. If we can open those key blobs, the lock blobs, I will try to do that just to see what happens. But yeah, since I have the save state functionality, I'll try and make some speedy progress as we continue. Alright, 17, 18, 19. Whoop. That fan. Okay, yep. This is possible. This is doable. Great. Alright. We're almost at 20. I won't get that because it actually makes things too crazy. Ah! Nuts. It's so easy to die. That's, yeah, one of my main complaints about platformers in this style. If your character model is too large on the screen, everything feels very zoomed in, enemies can sneak up on you at a moment's notice, you can get ambushed really easily. It's a common problem, really. Okay, done. Okay, that'll give us a bit of breathing space, and I can make a save state here. Alright. Yeah, so that build of Dropbox that I mentioned, you could probably find it online if you look for... I didn't actually see any more keys, so I don't know if I'll actually have an opportunity to get those lock blobs. Maybe we'll do them in a later level, I guess. New enemy type. Yeah, so the build that I'm using, it's DAUM, DORM, the SVN, I don't know. There's just a bunch of words that describe it. If you look online, that's what people will generally point you to. Yeah, I can go back to an early level, even if I've progressed, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know about those lock blobs. Let's just keep going, I guess. Yeah, I had less keys. I had fewer keys. I don't know. Oh, okay. Your key count actually continues to build up. It's not a stage-specific thing. That's fine. That means I will be able to get more lock blobs later, I suppose. Cool. Okay, so this is dangerous. Hey, an extra life. Oh, no. Classic. Classic extra life trap over hazard. Notice the hazards are sparking power generators or something. Yeah, oh, nuts. And yeah, the stream seems to be running pretty well because of that. I mean, the DOSBox sort of fork that I was talking about. There is supposedly a Mac version. I couldn't get it working. There are known problems with all the ports, but I managed to have success when running. Oh, seriously, wow. Yeah, I managed to have success when running the Windows version, the latest build, in my Windows 8.1 virtual machine, which in the past has given me some problems with the stream footage, but it seems to be okay for now. Don't know what this is. Yeah, so we were talking about the DK and DKC thing. It was an interesting thought experiment because this was Rare's plan, was to take the Miyamoto Donkey Kong design, sort of the larger build, chunkier Donkey Kong, with the tie, but it's just, goofier looking, a bit more like a classic cartoon type thing. There's an interesting design sort of concept art thing that I've seen online, which compares Miyamoto's design of DK, of Senior, that you see in the Game Boy game from 1994, and Kev Bayless, the character designer at Rare, who's behind things like the Battletoads and stuff, he designed some DKC characters, and there's his sketch of what his idea of Donkey Kong looks like, and he's all muscly and giant arms. It's really kind of interesting to compare it with the final design. Yes, but yeah, somebody took that Miyamoto design. Great. Okay, made it out of that death trap for once. Good time to save. Should have done it earlier. Yeah, someone took those designs. They made a set of animations in the style of Donkey Kong Country, and just put it over footage. It's not a finished like hack of the game that you can play. It's just like a mock-up video, but it's pretty interesting. It's kind of, well, it's quite jarring actually, because you're used to this one design, and then it's a completely different design. Okay, what's this? Oh, okay. So I found a new power-up. It was a clock. I assume it freezes enemies, but I have no evidence because there are no enemies around, just these wrecking balls which were not frozen. Quite rude, I would say. But yeah, this game's a lot more playable with save states, I gotta say. If possible, if you do want to check this out, it's available online. I believe you can get it from a Russian abandonware site. Oh, there's actually another way to get it that had 2 different downloads, and one was supposedly a CD ISO. Oh, it's frozen in midair. Yeah, okay, cool. What was the other site? It's the site that I got the image from that's on the left. That sort of box art. Legend something. Gosh, I should have written it down. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, idle animation, by the way. Okay. So I dunked. I used up my keys and I got an extra life. So I believe that's the purpose there. You cash in your keys for extra lives. It's a bit like Donkey Kong Land's bonus stages, I guess, where you trade coins for extra lives if you can get them. Sort of, except the exchange rate is much steeper. But then coins are more plentiful. Oh! Sorry, keys are more plentiful. Right, so that was bad. Let's try a different technique, I guess. Well, I'm not going that way. And I'm not bothering with that clock this time. Not so crazy. Oh, seriously. Yeah. Okay, just concentrate. Concentrate harder. Okay. Stop. Oh, what was that hitbox? Okay. Yeah, nothing to worry about. We're gonna get through this with our pal here, Kong. King Kong 10. Oh. I guess that girder, which I thought was in the background, is actually a barrier. So I have to go to the right. Okay, no problem. Just jump over. Oh, he actually bumped his head. That's cool. Nuts. Okay, no problem. Yeah, by the end of the stream, we're going to have a theory on how this fits into the actual DK canon. Because, again, I've probably said this on stream before, but I want to reiterate that it's self-evident that DK Jr. from the self-titled game and later games is the same person as Donkey Kong as seen in Donkey Kong Country and onwards, just grown up, because it makes sense, conservation of characters. All you have to do is write around a few inconsistencies in dialogue, which always pointed to there being conflicts in the theory anyway. and you also start DKC1 with the idea that Donkey Kong is already a video game hero, but also with the idea that Cranky is the Donkey Kong from the arcade games grown up into an old man. So where does that leave DK? Well, clearly he's a hero. He's been the protagonist of a game before, so he must be Junior, who has grown up and changed. Okay, so the issue is that upper ball hitting me in the head. If I get to that point and then advance a little bit further, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this right now. I did it before. Okay. Yes, I see Gibbon chatting, but I cannot look away for even an instant. All right, we're here, we're saving. We don't want any more bears. Whew. Yes, given it says he's digging the classic Gerda aesthetic. Yes, and that all ties into it, doesn't it? Donkey Kong Land, Big Ape City. There you go. Extra life, got it. Great. Plenty of keys to grab. I like that. There's a real mechanized feeling to the enemies in this game so far. There's also the dogs, which, I don't know. Maybe they're robot dogs. Like, what was the dog's name in Wallace and Gromit? A Close Shave. I don't remember, but it was scary. Let's see. Yes, Gibbon has formulated a theory. He says, "Oh my god, I've got it!" He says, "We all know how much I love the cereal box design of DK Jr., where he is swapped out to a jersey." That's right. I do know that. There is a Donkey Kong Jr. cereal, look it up, with a new design for DK Jr. that looks really cool. Maybe this is the answer. I have the armor. As long as I don't take too long getting these power-ups, get through here, I can use the armor invincibility. Oh. Okay, armor does not protect you from the power conduit things. So what Gibbon is positing is this is the next phase in design evolution between original DK Jr. who's wearing a leotard, and then the cereal box one who's wearing a jacket. And then it goes to this one, and this is teenage DK, he says. Which, yeah, that's a decent theory. Oh, actually, because they've swapped the sprite. If you look at his at his jersey there, or whatever it's called, it says 01 because it's just flipped from 10. They didn't render out two versions of the sprite for whichever way he's facing. Not the attention to detail that you see in it's not Metroid, is it? That reverses the sprite. Yes, so that's the secret. What's my save button again? Yeah, I don't want to accidentally save while I'm halfway through death. That is very poor form for emulation. Alright, so I see now these lock blobs, they are only like there's something that you save up for and activate when you can afford it. Alright. Oh, feeling good. 2 stages in, 20 minutes in. We got to pick up the pace. But yeah, I like Gibbon's theory. It's very good. Because there's nothing in this game to really contradict it so far. And given the amount of DKC aesthetics that they're co-opting, and earlier DK in fact, I think it really fits. You start in a jungle. I wonder if I can climb this chain. No, it doesn't appear so. Did that shake? No, it's the screen that's shaking when I'm trying to move. Alright. How can I get up there? Oh, new enemy. It's a bouncing robot of some kind. Can I go down here? No. Huh. Okay, I'm actually a little bit stuck right now. Maybe I can swing on the chain. Try dunking on a chain. Try attacking on a chain. Nothing. Interesting. There are different donkey animations, much like Jordan had. There's the two-handed, the one-handed, the sideways, depending on where your character position is, I believe. Huh. Something's wrong here. I'm missing something. Ah, the dizziness. Hate it. Oh, it was Metroid. Gibbons confirming that Samus's sprite does look different in the original Metroid if you're facing left or right. Because she's asymmetrical. She's got an arm cannon on her right arm. Yeah, I didn't know if that was in the original Metroid or if it came in later games, but yes. Okay. I don't get this. Lovely. What's the dealio? What gives? Any suggestions? Gibbons also drawing comparisons between the enemies here and in Wrecking Crew. I do get slight Wrecking Crew vibes from this. It's a construction site. That whole Donkey Kong to Wrecking Crew, there's a lineage there. Wrecking Crew 98 then. It's got to be something to do with these chains, surely. Maybe if I can get high enough, I can actually get the thing at the top. Maybe swing off it or something. Oh. This is Slam Dunk Kong. We must slam dunk things. They haven't really taught me about this yet, but I guess this is the teaching moment. Can I slam dunk? There aren't any other buttons. You saw in the button menu in the options that there were just a few there. Huh. You know what? I'm going to save. I'm going to quit. I'm going to check if I can scroll down on that button menu just in case. And then I'll load again. This one. This one. No, that's as far as it goes. So yeah, you jump and your attack. So I'll just load that again. Okay. Can I slam dunk the upturned ball cart? It's like, so the handle that's sticking out here is a separate platform to the rest of it. That kind of implies something, doesn't it? Like maybe it'll flip you up if you can hit it right. I don't know. I feel like it's just there for decoration and, you know, variance in the platforms. I can't appear to do anything to it. I can only look down, I can't look up, but that might be my controller. Oh, up! I can't press up. Maybe that means I can't climb. Hold on a second. What did up look like on that menu? How do I... Oh. I actually had a death animation that time. Did that happen before? Okay, arrow up. Yeah, he's totally hanging off something there. Maybe I can climb. Okay, it must be a problem with my controller. There might be a little bit of, yeah, stuff happening here while I try this out. Oh, why is that unmapped? Okay. Okay. I've sorted that out. So now I actually have an up button. Alright. Gosh. What an idiot I am. There you go. Of course. I said before that up didn't appear to be working. What a goof I am. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, freeze, little doggy. Yes, so teenage DK here can definitely climb. So let's talk about that design. So I will proceed for now with the assumption that this is Donkey Kong grown up, because I find that amusing and I like it. Given how much this game is copying the style of Donkey Kong, I think it fits. But yeah, as for how they arrived at this design for him, I was doing a bit of searching and I stumbled on the idea that, or actually I think someone actually brought it up in a thread I was reading about the game, that this game does take some visual inspiration from Inoue Takehiko, the manga writer. He had a manga series called, I think it's he, called Slam Dunk, one of the many sports, sort of shonen sports manga series. This one based on basketball. So the protagonist, whose name I did not write down, looks basically exactly like this. He's got a red kind of pompadour with a little bit hanging down at the front, as his typical shorthand for like a punk delinquent kind of person in Japanese media. And it is red, and he also has the number 10 on a red jersey. That's him. So Slam Dunk Kong is a very apt moniker for this game, because it really is taking it's wearing its inspiration right on its sleeve there. Slam Dunk is a key inspiration for this. So yeah, I guess this is a phase of DK's life where he's gotten into basketball. He's styled his hair and he started wearing a basketball shirt. And this, you know, since Kong's names tend to be fluid, you can see that Donkey Kong Sr. changed to Cranky Kong at a certain stage of his life. So he has rebranded himself as Slam Dunk Kong, I believe. I'm going to go with that because King Kong 10, I think, is... I don't know, it doesn't seem as fitting. Slam Dunk Kong is, from what I read, the sort of literal translation of the Chinese title. Yeah, since we're save stating, we don't really need extra lives ever, so I'm going to start ignoring collectibles, keys and such, not even bothering with backboards if I can avoid it, because I want to make some progress now. We're half an hour into this stream, and I'm still in the first world. But our levels have started getting more complex and maze-like. Whoops. Not unlike Chaos in the Windy City. So we're just going to have to do our best. What? Okay, so to the right then? There's a key down there. Maybe I have to go... What? I can't get down. Oh great, am I lost again? Not that I was lost last time, I just couldn't climb. Ooh, different climbing animation. Yes, very basic. That's fine. Okay. Nice. I'm trying to be careful and not die, of course. But the not the dunk attack, what's this? The ball throw attack is pretty good. Of course, that thing has guns, so we do need to be careful. Still don't know what the golden bottles do. Good. Oops. Blundered straight into it. So what is this thing? Maybe a jackhammer or something? I like the design. Reminds me of, oh, I don't know, some old Knack game that I played at my friend's house. Ah. Yeah, you really got to hit him with that projectile, if you can be bothered. Whoa! Came at me like a wrecking ball. That's a song, isn't it? Yeah. Cultural references. Ah! Yeah. Unfortunately, you cannot interrupt the dizzy animation by falling down. Oops. I thought maybe I might be able to, but you can't. Ah, dude. Okay. Let's do it. Nope. Not like that. Okay, save here. Perfect. When that comes through. Okay, when that comes through, jump over it. Perfect. No, not perfect. Very imperfect. The hitboxes, once again, are really crazy. Okay, well, I'll just hang back a little bit. Just wait for that, and then nope. Timing is everything. Great. Jump! No. Maybe if I'm fast enough. That's not fast enough. Yes, made it. Great. Save here, please. Thank you. Ooh. Gibbon's enjoying himself. That's nice. Yeah, and he has confirmed that the... I don't know, can you tell me the name of the guy in the manga? Oh. But yeah, he looks exactly like that. Seriously? I made it over the first one, but not the second one? It's all about the arc, I guess. It's all about the gaming skills that I do not have, apparently. So, what if this was released as Donkey Kong Country 4? Would you be into it? I think I would be all for it. In all seriousness, though, I do appreciate the sort of melding of games here that we have. I did enjoy Chaos in the Windy City for what it was. The environments were a bit samey, but it was a pretty interesting thing that was strange and different. And combining that with Donkey Kong Country, which I absolutely love, yeah, winning formula in my book. Hanamichi Sakuragi is the name of the protagonist, and Gibbons linked their cover of one of the volumes or something. Wow, he's quite a big guy, actually. Yep, it's an old Jump comic, of course. I wonder if he is in like Jump Force or Jump Superstars, Jump Ultimate Stars. Don't know why my up button wasn't mapped. Can't believe I didn't check that. I just assumed all the D-pad was working fine. I was so focused on all the other technical aspects of this particular stream with running running DOSBox in the emulator, and did I forget to save for a while? I think I did. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Gotta be careful. You don't quite have that safety net of having the extra Kong, or indeed the rolling, the momentum, any of that stuff that makes DKC so fluid to play. Unfortunately. Whatever. Seriously, what are those bottles? And what do they do? I guess we'll find out later. I do have like a global counter for them. So they're not Kong letters. Trying to find an equivalent in DKC. He is indeed in Jump Superstars and Jump Ultimate Stars. Those are the Japan exclusive DS games that are sort of like platform fighters, where they have a pretty interesting visual style, where it's as if you're on a manga page, and during the battle, like, you can rip through the borders, and it acts a bit like paper. And you can find panels that give you different power-ups. Anyway, it's pretty cool. There is a fan translation of the second one, which is, by all accounts, just a beefed up version of the concept, with a lot more characters and stuff. So, yes, it is playable mostly in English. I don't know if they translated all the panel dialogue, which is understandable. Ah. Okay. Yeah. I have a lot of momentum, especially with the speed shoes. Great. Yeah. I don't know about J-Star's Victory Versus or Jump Force, which are newer iterations of the same premise, but in 3D. But one thing I love about the DS games is the sprite art, the pixel art that's on display there, which really captures the characters well. It's detailed enough, but it's still got that dot art style, you know. Love it. Surely I can make this jump. Get a run up, go! Yes! Athleticism. The power. Nuts. Yeah, I don't know if those dogs intentionally look like claptraps, but... Or indeed, oh, what are they called in DK Jr.? Snapjaws. Yeah, but they look like that, whether intentional or not, which to me just helps the comparison. Okay, let's do this. Spin attack. No! It didn't work. The hitboxes did not line up for me. Okay, a bit more careful. We'll do this. Oh, come on. Maybe his helmet, maybe that robot's helmet protects it from above. Maybe. Okay. So, yes. Snapjaws, thank you. Is this 1-6? Yes, the skull. Must mean a boss fight. So we'll get a different gameplay style here. Should be interesting. Hello? Oh, whoa boy, it's a big robot. It's like a steamroller that's making really horrible noises. And it's smoking. Okay, that's interesting. I'm glad I had learned how to climb because that seems integral to this boss fight. Oh! It's throwing some kind of projectile. Let's just hang here for a second. I'll save here. Okay, we have a health bar for the boss. Oh wow, this is kind of scary. Oh, boom. That didn't work, but I'm sure if I... Nope. If I do this... Yeah, it charges and then... Oh. Why wasn't it stuck there? Maybe everything gets stuck there. Because my animation, yeah, freezes like that. Everything freezes. I do not know how to hit this thing. Oh yeah, it's throwing dynamite. Okay. Good to know. Ah. Did that work? I don't know. It did not. No. Oh, falling girders now. Got more to deal with. Bam. There was kind of a noise. Oh, did I take off health? I'm not sure. I expected an empty bar to give me an indication. Woo, Wah, wah, wah. Nope. Yes, I did. I was taking off health. The bars were just disappearing. That's what's happening. Okay, so it's simple enough. All you got to do is throw your basketball. Spin attacks, I think, are no good for this guy. Damn, those sound effects, though. Ah! Yes, indeed. DK94 also had falling girders, according to Gibbon. I played it too long ago. I don't remember those details. Oh, nuts. Oh no, don't do the spin attack. Do not ever do the spin attack. It'll dizzy you for too long. And you get totally steamrolled. One hit. Oh, that dynamite. Oh no. Okay. Maybe I will at some point manage to save after doing damage. I love the design of this guy though. I mean, I say guy. It's clearly a masculine coded robot here. What with that square jaw and all. Not to make stereotypes, but yes, I like how it ties into the whole theme of this world and the enemies that we've seen so far. I guess the dogs were like guard dogs for the construction site, who are also robots. It looks like I get 1 point for like hitting an enemy with the ball. And I was also getting points for doing dunks in the backboards and such. And yeah, my score's quite high for a basketball game, to be honest. 314. I don't really have an opportunity to do 3-pointers though. Nuts. Oh boy. Okay. Nope. Yeah, precise movements are kind of tricky with these controls. Got to do it. Okay, if I stand here, throw, and then turn around. Okay, that's not bad. I can do that. Oh, okay. Oh, not so. I saved as I was getting hit by the falling girder, which I could not predict. That's too bad. Gotta start again now. Oh, of course. Oh, that's nice. So Gibbon has an additional theory that Wario Land 2 has a town, and he's connecting it with... Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to attack and I hit load state. That was kind of dumb. It's kind of very dumb. Yeah, he's got a theory that in Wario Land 2, the city is the same as Big Ape City from Donkey Kong Land, also seen in, you know, the original Donkey Kong, of course. And the link is that in Wario Land 2, in the city, you have a basketball-themed boss fight. So yeah, wow. Tyler DK Vine has always said that in the Mario kind of crossover sports games and stuff, if he can't use Donkey Kong, he likes to use Wario, who is the next best thing, I suppose. Ugh. This is nuts. Bam. Missed. Ah. Yeah, okay. So you have to... Okay. My ball is hitting that upper platform there. You have to be facing that way, let the animation play out, and then turn around. Okay, that's pretty good so far. That's 2 hits. That was bad. That was no hits. What? Okay, little problem with loading states of inputs being automatically entered. Alright, good. That's pretty good. That's good. Okay. Ah, those damn girders. That's pretty irritating, I gotta say. Okay. Okay. Great. Good. Fine. Oh, I was so worried. I was so worried. The wonky hitboxes saved me for once that time. Seriously, you can't spin without getting that dizzy? Kong, my friend. SD Kong. Some sites I saw labeled this game as simply Dunk Kong, which is even closer to, you know, an on-the-nose name. in terms of the Donkey Kong inspiration. I think Slam Dunk Kong works a little better, at least at obscuring the blatantness. Okay, that's a hit. That's also a hit. Great. Good. Bad. Good. I just have to say adjectives now. No, don't get greedy. Don't go for that second hit. It's not going to work out. That thing's too fast. Ah. Oh. At least go for a hit. Okay. Okay. Good. No. He didn't grab the chain. It's totally not my fault. It's Donkey Kong's fault. So yeah, let's see. The theory is that, you know, Donkey Kong wanted to change his image. He got into basketball. Why does he look exactly like the protagonist of Slam Dunk? Well, I guess a box full of manga washed up on shore of DK Island from a crashed ship that was carrying Slam Dunk volumes to America from Africa, because reasons. And DK read them and he got really into the image of Hanamichi Sakuragi. And he styled himself like that for a bit. It was just a phase, I suppose. Alright, so Island 2. Actual progress after what, nearly an hour? This is insane. Oh, I feel so bad. I really want to play a lot of this game. So that's too bad. Yes. Anyway, so we could see a city in the background, and you can actually see it on the cover art of the game, in fact. So far we've just been in construction sites, but yeah, now we're in a different kind of place. The backboards look different. What the? There was a weird bat. Oh, I should save. I'll take that death. Save here. Oof, okay. So what can we see? There's a billboard up there on that building for the company that made the game, Third Wave. Let's talk about them a bit, I guess. Oh, before we do, look at this poster. It's a brick falling onto the head of a gorilla who's wearing a hard hat. That's my interpretation of that. That's nice. Can't read Chinese, so I don't know what any of the rest of it is. Oh boy. Okay, so a neon sign of a gorilla doing a throw into the basket. We've got enemies that include some kind of bat. Yeah, it's like a really cute bat with big eyes. But there was also like bloody Jason from whatever that movie is, Friday the 13th. Yeah, hockey mask, axe. He threw the axe at me before, which is what killed me. Yeah, okay. So in the city, you find axe murderers. That's a story. Yeah, Jason. Oh, and oil barrels. Yeah, that's another thing that ties the old Donkey Kong arcade era to Donkey Kong Country. The oil barrels. And they're here too, so wonderful. As well as fire hydrants. Hiero Hotel. Jero Hotel. Don't know what... Okay, no, I cannot duck. This isn't DKC. You can't duck under bats. It's not something you can do. But yeah, considering there's a billboard of the company there, let's talk about Third Wave. Third Wave software or whatever. Oh man, robot mice. Sorry, I need... Before we do, let's talk about the fact that we just entered the sewer. There's a sewer level, of course, because it's a video game. And we have new kinds of enemies. Oh, I missed the armor. Too bad. Yeah, it's like a rat, but on wheels. A remote control rat. That's nice. I like that. Oh. Oh, okay, back at street level. And there's an evil rubbish bin that's throwing apple cores at me. A phone booth and... Oh! And yeah, there's graffiti of a basketball person. Not specifically a gorilla in this case. So, how do we explain the fact that there's Slam Dunk Kong iconography in this city in the form of these backboards and the neon sign, which clearly is showing that gorilla with the pompadour? Has Slam Dunk Kong's fame already spread this far? I guess whoever captured him in the helicopter knew about him and was perhaps marketing him in the city as a prelude to capturing him and bringing him back. And so he's gained fame in the city as a basketball mascot kind of character. That's my theory. And they finally captured him to bring him there to be the star of some kind of, I don't know, TV show or live attraction such as what King Kong was. Take that. All right. We even have different next signs. This time they're on a traffic light. Yeah, all the background details is nice. The graffiti and the signs. The killer mouse robot, just like Rocky and Bullwinkle, says Gibbon. And the evil rubbish bin, there was a similar thing in DK94 apparently. Again, I don't remember that, sorry. But yeah, there's another connection for you. I love that we're making so many connections. It's wonderful. Alright. Deal with this stupid rat. Okay. But we're clearly... Okay. There is Chinese writing on this container, whatever it is, and on that billboard. So... whoever captured Slam Dunk Kong and brought him there, we must be in China. So it's not exactly Big Ape City, but it's sort of referencing it. The way that New Donk City references it, but isn't the actual place. That's just my theory. Yeah. Okay. But let's see. Donkey Kong lives supposedly on an island near Africa. On the west coast, off the west coast in the Atlantic Ocean, according to lore originated on DK Vine. So it's quite a long distance to China from there. You either have to cross, you got to cross some amount of continents. What's going on here? Is this the way out? There's another ladder. But yeah, I did mention I wanted to talk about Third Wave. So they made the game, presumably. There's some pretty interesting articles actually in Chinese that I managed to Google Translate and sort of skim through on the site. What's the site? Nope, I closed Firefox. I don't know what the site is, but I got there by Googling Di San Bo, which I got from like Google translating the image of the splash screen of this game. So let's see. I'll drop a link actually to the article that I'm talking about in the YouTube thingy of this video. What do I do? Have I gone this way? Surely I have. Is this all a dead end? Maybe I shouldn't have fallen down there. Maybe it's about staying high and not falling down. But surely this is where I came from. No? Yes? Yeah, that's... What? Excuse me? I have no idea what that was. There was a warp or something. Did the game take pity on me? Now where am I? Oh, seriously? Where do I end up if I go back? Start of the level. Fantastic. Oh boy. Have I been all the way to the left? Yeah, so Third Wave. I was reading this article. It's pretty interesting. The general manager of the Beijing office is talking about how, you know, they started there and they opened up other offices. The struggles they had trying to break into the market in Taiwan, where piracy was rampant, and they were trying to make it as a legitimate business and distributor of software there in a place where it's so common to just pirate things and not get any income to the developers and distributors of the software. So yeah, it's an interesting article. Oh, bouncing on these window shade things. That's something from, I think, Big City in Donkey Kong Land, I think. Yeah, the guy's name was Lee Da, I think. Yes. Hold on. I'm getting warm. I must remove my outer layer. Okay, now we've got to deal with this bat. Come here, batty. Bam! Got him. Alright. So yeah, it was a really interesting article, from what I could understand of it anyway. But yeah, as I said at the up front, if you are familiar with the PC gaming market in China, you might have heard of Third Wave before. The bats. I think one of their first big things was porting the Koei series Three Kingdoms to the PC, which I believe is some kind of strategy game. They did some other strategy games as well, bringing them over from the West. They got the license to distribute games like Dune and Command & Conquer, things like that, Red Alert, in China on the PC. So, you know, those are all boons for them, and through those they managed to get some kind of success. They started making their own software as well over time. While Googling for them, I found a wiki that was talking about some of the games they'd made, and I don't know, there was one that was called Ghost Tank or something. I was doing a translation, so it's a bit iffy, but they also mentioned like chess games and mahjong games. So they were in this kind of casual market as well as doing the hardcore strategy stuff. What's going on here? There's a next arrow. This should be the end of the level, yeah? Ah, okay, cool. I was jumping over the end of level animation zone, apparently. Yeah, but this is one of the... So they were porting and publishing games, but they also developed some of their own games, so this is one that they developed. Although it's, you know, clearly kind of ripping off in some way things that already existed. But still, it's an interesting synthesis, I would say, of different elements that existed. Oh, the love heart on the building back there. It's really interesting that there are so many different colored lights in a building. I don't know why. That bat, where'd you go? Okay. So there's a few entrances to the sewer, but I haven't needed to go in any of them so far, which is good. Don't think I like the sewer. It really should be avoided. Ah. Oh. Yeah, this isn't just a one-dimensional vine like you have in Donkey Kong Country. You can move back and forth while climbing, and if you go too far, you fall. Cool. Okay. So yeah, Third Wave, like, it is interesting reading about their struggles, and they've managed to become a successful company. They started in 1983 just with different kinds of software, but through games they did have some success, and I believe they survive to this day, possibly. Yeah, what else did I notice on their list? There's, on that same site where there's a couple of interviews with managers of different offices that were opened at different times of the company's history, but there's also a general timeline of the company. It only goes up to the mid-2000s, so I don't know if it's just out of date or if the company's closed down, but they also were involved with porting Rockman X3 to the Chinese PC market. And I know that the Rockman series has some quite interesting examples of, you know, PC ports as well as Chinese specific market games, and not just ports. But there's actually a couple of games that were developed exclusively for sort of the Taiwanese PC market in the Rockman series that are kind of unusual and interesting. And you can read about those on various Rockman fan sites. Okay, nope. That was dumb. Yeah, spinning is the most efficient way to take out enemies on the ground, even if it leaves you vulnerable afterwards. Trying to hit them with the projectile ball is a little trickier. Okay, so that's just a dead stop there. You cannot get over phone boxes. Do you know that phone boxes are completely insurmountable in cities? That's why they've been phased out, I think. You don't see them anymore as much, and that's because people can't walk past them to get down the street. Okay. So exits have always been on ground level, so even if you enter the sewer, the objective is to get out of the sewer again through some other exit like this. But it's interesting how many levels actually end up with you going right to left, because the standard convention for most platformers that you would think of is running from left to right and jumping, but of course there's a lot where you go all over, you go left, you go right, you go down, up. It's just I've noticed quite a few times now that you end a level in this game by going to the left. Okay. No. Cool. Boom. Oh, that says one. It says one bottle. Why is that? Why is that? I haven't spent bottles on anything, have I? Maybe bottles are limited by world, so you have to get all the bottles in a world as an extra collectible or something. Maybe that's it. Who knows? That bat, it got me last time. It got me again. Oh, free life. Don't mind if I do. Oh, okay. So lock blobs don't always contain extra lives. They sometimes just have power-ups the same way that backboards do. It's just they cost keys to do it. But I won't turn my nose up at a piece of armor. I'd be a fool. Oh. Okay. I guess I go this way now. Okay. I hope I'm not just going backwards here. Oh, good. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This game could use a bit of jingles and stuff. Oh well. As well as, you know, music in the levels. That would be nice. But hey, I'm enjoying it anyway. I just want to see what crazy thing they're going to throw at me next. I think that's the main draw. That's been an enjoyable part of this level set, is seeing the background details and such. So I want to see what's coming next, what kind of enemies they're going to throw at me. That's why I want to get to the next world. Of course, seeing the boss too is something interesting. Oh, speaking of interesting things, notice when I'm standing in the water, there's a dithering effect to have a pseudo layer of transparency, as well as droplets of water kicking up all the time. Now that's an interesting little graphical thing, I guess. So there you go. Praise for the game. I think its main problem is just sort of generally clumsy controls. As far as the concepts, they're fine. They're pretty interesting. The level design is not bad. I could do with a zoomed out screen, like I said before. That would help a lot, actually, with seeing things that are coming up. Not getting caught out so much. But, yeah, I don't think it's inherently terrible. That's sort of the temptation, is to write off a game as being hilariously bad and just not give it any kind of, not cut it any slack at all, but just point and laugh. But hey, I think this game's pretty cool. And I love our headcanon of how it fits into the Donkey Kong series. In fact, Gibbon, do you want to put this on DK Girder? I really think we should. Ah. Okay. This must be the end, surely. First we have to get through a few more axe murderers and bats, you know. Normal city stuff, just what you encounter in an everyday urban environment. I really wish we could translate this, actually. It's not the same characters that make up the title of the game, I know that much. Oops. I thought that was a normal oil can, but it was an evil bin, of course. You know what, actually, if you'll indulge me a slight second, you know how I said I pointed my phone at the screen with my Google Translate app to translate the splash screen company name? I might just do that again real quick. In the camera mode of the Google Translate app, it's pretty useful actually. I've used it to find the readings for kanji that I don't know in Japanese a fair bit. Alright, yeah, you gotta wait for the bat to get out of the way, of course. Oh, it didn't pick anything up. Let me try again. Maybe do it sideways. Come on. Yeah, it's not picking it up. Yeah, characters not recognized. I don't know. Too bad. Okay. Deadly apple cores, must watch out. Let's see. So the Russian abandonware site that I mentioned, Gibbon has found that it also has a Russian translation patch of this game, apparently. I did not notice that. I think I got it from a different place to that site, particularly. If you can find the other place that I got it, there are two downloads there. One says it's a Chinese demo and one says it's a Chinese ISO demo or something. I don't know. The difference was only a few megabytes, so I don't really... Like, if I had more time, I would have tried the ISO. It was on 4Shared, and you had to have an account and all this stuff. So, I didn't really, yeah. Didn't have time to do that. Okay, so what is this boss? We have a boss. Oh, it's another Kong. It's another gorilla. That's interesting. I'm going to add something to lore here. Who is this? Oh, dude. It's got like the Street Fighter Hurricane Fist or whatever. What? It's just... Is it Ken from Street Fighter? It's got like a blonde thing going on. I can't tell if it's a ponytail or what. Yeah, it does have a ponytail. And it's got voice clips. I'm going to try and listen. Oh man, I can't spin this thing. That's too bad. So yeah, rival Kongs. Gibbon says it's Dread Kong from Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Sure. Dread Kong went through his own phase of, I don't know what he's doing. I guess he's always been into martial arts, right? All those Kongs were in Jungle Beat. So yeah, this is when he was blonde instead of with black dreads, I guess. Yeah, he's got the ground punch. Wait, isn't that something that Zero does? Maybe these are Zero's moves. 1997. They published Rockman X. X3. When was that? Maybe they're ripping this off Zero. With the blonde ponytail and everything. Yeah, he punches the ground and there's a shockwave. That's totally a Zero thing. And the spinning hurricane uppercut thing, I think he has that too. I don't know. I've only played X1. This is hilarious. I like this. Yeah, it's either Ken or it's Zero. Zero has a bunch of different techniques that he shouts out. Oh, that's definitely a Hadouken or a Kamehameha or something. Oops, sorry, I picked the wrong level. I'll save inside the level this time. Hang on. Yeah, Zero has like moves that he shouts out the name of, and I don't know them all, but there's at least 8, of course, because you get them off the bosses. Pow! Haven't done 1 damage yet. This guy's too tough. Zero Kong. Ken Kong. I'll buy into it being Dread Kong. I think that's funny. He's going through a Zero phase, I guess. So a copy of Rockman X3 washed up onto DK Island as well. Not to DK Island, but you know, the Banana Kingdom or whatever Dread Kong is. Good stuff. Yeah, this is pretty tough, actually. Those damn hitboxes, they're really getting me good. Okay, where are you, buddy? I'm so vulnerable. Like, 1 hit to death. Just look at the size of that hitbox that just hits me nowhere near me. I don't like it. Yeah, can't hit me up there, can ya? Dude. Get back here. So he's had 3 moves so far. The Hurricane Punch. What? I don't know what that was, but that was a new voice clip. He's got the Ground Punch. And he's got the Kamehameha. I really want to see that up close a bit if I can. Oh, still no hits. My ball was impacting on that platform. There it is. Okay, it's a big ball. Sounded like Hadouken, maybe. I don't know. This is great. What's the time? I'm going to play this as long as I can. My plan was to maybe move on to Go-Go Beckham Adventure on Soccer Island, which there's sort of a link there because its art style is partially inspired by Yoshi's Island. At least it was evocative to me, which is another SNES classic that I love, known for its art style. As well as, you know, being a sports platform. I guess that's the main link. I talked a few weeks ago when I was playing Chaos in the Windy City about other sports platformers. You got Soccer Kid and a couple of others. One based on the cartoon. I don't know. It was all in my notes. I'll look it up a bit later, I guess. But is he wearing like a puffy jacket? Yeah, but Go-Go Beckham Adventure on Soccer Island is a really like nice looking and cute GBA game, and I really want to give it more time, but I don't think I can in this stream. Not with the amazingness of Donkey Kong here. Okay, some good hits there. No! I got those good hits in and then I saved right as he was uppercutting me. That's lame. Oh, okay, Gibbon's telling me that Zero just stole his moves from Street Fighter. Capcom was ripping off its own fighting game series. I guess that's fair enough. He says that Zero's moves are even named the same as the Street Fighter moves. I see. Okay, well that's good to know. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess you do get the Hadouken and the Shoryuken, in fact, in X1 and X2. So that's been that aspect has been there ever since the start of the series. Like, you literally get a Hadouken from Dr. Light. Do you know the names of them? Can you kind of make out what he's saying? Is he saying those moves? Okay, that was 1 hit. Good. Save that. Just trying to get Shoryuken through the floor here. That's the key. Ugh. Okay, that was good. That was fine up until I died. Yes, 1 hit. Small victories. Oh no! I didn't get to save after the hit. I was trying to get to a bit of a safer position. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, come here. Do not hit me. Good. Yes. Oh, he's going back. I want to see the charging animation. I still haven't really seen that properly, but yeah. I guess the Hadouken does start like that as well. I'm sure the Hadouken was itself ripping off the Kamehameha. The Kamehameha, as you would say, I think is the Hawaiian pronunciation of the king. But it's also kind of a pun in Japanese. Kamehameha. Because he was taught it by a Kame Sennin, and Hame means something, I don't remember, and Ha means wave. This is like the turtle energy wave or something. Some of the techniques in Dragon Ball have heart at the end, which means wave, because it's a sort of energy wave thing. And then you got the Maka and Kosopo. Maka and Kosopo. In which the hot means like gun, cannon. I heard that. I know what that means. Oh, it didn't come at me. Okay. Okay, we're doing pretty well. It's good. Just avoid him. Oh, I really want to see him charge it up. I saw one site that purported to have like the game's files ripped or something, but they're sort of all there in the folder of the game. You might have to extract them somehow, I don't know. But yeah, this game isn't documented very well, so I'm pretty sure that the sprites of it also have not been ripped extensively. So yeah, we're on a journey of discovery here today. There's no videos of this game online. Oh, he's mad. Okay. He's going through a bunch of random animations. Finished him off. Great. Cool. Do I win? What do I do now? Okay, cool. Yes, given bringing up the secret capsules with the Street Fighter moves in Mega Man. And Magma Dragoon, who I think is from X5? Maybe? Don't remember. He says Straight Up has the same boss moveset as well. So Magma Dragoon is a big Street Fighter reference, apparently. So, who's ready for another world set, a different level appearance? I don't know how many worlds there are in total because, yeah, it looks like there's some going off there. I'll try and look next time it zooms in from the map view, but yeah, let's find out what we're in store for. Oh wow, this is straight up DKC. Look at this, the coral reef stuff. Yeah, that's blatant, man. That is blatant. Alright, so we're underwater, and in true Bubsy Fractured Furry Tales style, we're just going to ignore the fact that we need to breathe or swim, and we're just going to walk normally. Without even the bubble that surrounds Bubsy in Fractured Fairy Tales, and the Jaguar, which at the time when I played it on stream I said was just kind of a clever little design thing. Oh, okay, those fish are deadly apparently. Good to know. So yeah, Sunken Shipwreck is at this point just a DKC coral reef stage, only without aquatic ambience, unfortunately. Okay, let's get that armor that helped me out a lot. Oh. Okay, I think you lose all your keys when you die. Didn't realize that until this point because of how much I've been using save states, but I think that's what's happening here, unfortunately. Huh. Well, okay. Good to know. So these fish, they don't look that threatening, but yeah, completely deadly. Yeah. Okay, so we've gone from construction site to city to coral reef. That's really DK Arcade to DKL to... This is just DKC. I love this. I'm okay with that. And I can't wait to see what happens next. Okay, a warp. Wonderful. They just happen sometimes, I guess. I was facing this way when I came out of it, so I might as well continue. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Hang on, let me get back to it. This thing that's like spitting out fish, that's straight out of DKC3. The barracudas that come out of the holes in the wall. Different kind of fish. But, yeah, we can also see a shipwreck over here. So there's your link to the map screen. Okay, can I just, like... Okay, I'll take a jump from here. Okay, then we can make it over the ship. I was having trouble on the stern there. By the way, that's really not to scale. Look at how I'm standing here on this ship. The size of me, the size of it. Like, Donkey Kong isn't that much bigger than a human, really. So, it's a bit out of whack, but that's okay. I'll forgive you. Slam Dunk Kong. You have won my heart. Oh. Okay, so I'll go this way. Nope. Oh, what? Wait. Sorry, I've become lost, I suppose. If I go this way... No. Ugh. Okay. I'm getting a handle on this level. That way is a complete dead end now, for me, at this point. So now I will go this way. Ah. Nope. How about... These are just like those wrecking balls, but faster. My nemesis. Okay, cool. I love the anglerfish. The goofy face. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, cool. And yeah, notice how they've adapted the basketball style into this new level theme. We have clam shells that we dunk into now. Oh, that's a bouncer. Okay, cool. Oh, next is in the form of a barrel this time. Gibbon's now saying that Fist of the North Star did that sort of attack before both Dragon Ball and Street Fighter. Are you talking in terms of energy attack from your hands? People have claimed that Dragon Ball is following the style of an older... I think it's a Chinese type of sort of mystical fantasy story. Oh, what are they called? It's like a genre. I wish I could think of it, but anyway. We've got a new enemy type here, Hammerhead Shark. Goofy looking again. And you can really see that hammer when you take out the enemy and... Yes. the damage sprite for the shark is very amusing. Alright. Now, something that does carry over between deaths is my score. So, our total just keeps going up and up. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's like an oil barrel that's fallen down here and you can see oil leaking out of it. That's the environmentalist message. Yeah, I love it. This game is totally a message game. Hey, I don't like that. You know, I said before that they just put the game underwater and forgot about it, but I think Slam Dunk Kong, his physics are a bit different. Like, in the water, he falls slower from a jump, I believe, so there is some concession to the fact that you're not on solid ground right now. Not in air, but in water, and there is buoyancy and such. Okay. Ooh. Don't know what the bouncy thing is. I think it's one of those little things that live on the beach. You know, those things that squirt water at you and stuff? I don't know. Like a little anemone or something. Yeah, something like that. There's not really a difference between the shark and the fish except for size. The shark isn't any more aggressive with its behavior. Ugh, I wonder if I can... I haven't tried to damage a sea urchin. Yeah, I can't do anything. Oh! I think I got a point for that. That sound effect. That sounds familiar. I think that might have been in 40 games as well. Okay, I'm just getting points for hitting it, but it doesn't... It's not dying. So... It's like, you can get a point for hitting an enemy, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna destroy the enemy, you know? I guess that makes sense. Oh, hang on. People are cheering. People are cheering when I make dunks. Who's cheering and why? Who's watching me? Who can hear me and see me? Is there a live studio audience? So, I said that maybe they captured Dunk Kong here and brought him to the city so that he could be a sports celebrity of some kind. Maybe that already happened. Like, maybe he's being filmed this whole time and live streamed. Ah, here we go. Next. Yes, advancing to the right, like I said, didn't happen often before. By the way, the squid enemy, yeah, I didn't mention it. There's a squid. That's cool. New enemy. Let's try and find another one, I suppose. Purple squid. Should make Gibbon happy. He's a big squid fan. Cephalopod fan. Yes, armor. Protect me. I don't care what happens. What? I guess it ran out. Come on. What? Yeah. Okay. Let's try going left. Ah, shipwreck. Nice. Ah. There's nothing to the left. Nothing to the left. The squid. Oh, okay. I think I took damage from the oil can, actually. Which is a bit of a wrinkle I didn't think about. Squid, there he is. Cute little bugger. With his big eyes. Oh, adorable. Time to kill it. Oh! Okay, it took a hit but did not fall. Still came at me. Yeah, I'll take the top path. Oh! What? I guess that's just the time that it runs out. Yeah, it just ran out. No, it's still going. Okay, so the stationary urchins always kill you. I guess they're the equivalent of the electrical thingies that were in the city stage, or the construction stage. Alright, clearly I have to go up here. There's lots of armor in this stage. Ooh, extra life. Don't mind if I do. Can't hurt. Ah. Don't quite have enough keys to open any of those. What's it called? Lock blobs. So yeah, this does cover one of the level design aesthetics that I saw on the flyer there. Oh, I haven't talked about that. So on the left side of the screen is a box art that I found on that one site that I mentioned before that had something to do with Legend, and now I don't remember. The one on the right I found in a thread on some forum that was talking about the game, and it's a much more high-res scan or a photo, I guess, of... It looks like a magazine ad, and the lettering is not Chinese, in fact, in this case. It's in Korean. So this game did not just get released in Taiwan or China. There was also a Korean release, I suppose. So whether that was through Third Wave breaking into that market or whether they farmed that out to a different publisher, I'm not sure. But yeah, it shows that this game had a bit further reach than just within China itself. So presumably there are Korean translated versions of this game out there, but not available in ROM form. Well, not ROM, but you know, whatever. Stuff, things. Oh, poor squid. That was dumb. I shouldn't have saved in the middle of an attack. Leaving myself vulnerable. Okay. Ah. What? Is my slam dunk attack just ineffective now? Just jump past it. Okay. Nope. I hope you appreciate all of the save stating that's going on. It's necessary if I don't want this video to be 12 hours long. Not so. Because you do get passwords at least, so you would be able to theoretically start a level again. But yeah, given the amount that you die, there's going to be a lot of perfect play that you will have to do to legitimately conquer this game. Something that I'm not prepared to do. Yeah, and I don't want those shoes. Like, I'm already too out of control. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. Woo! Yeah, see? It just makes it all the more easier to... Sorry, all the easier, or all the more easy, either way, to run headlong into enemies. Headlongest. Let's go. Spin attack, no. Spin attack. Yeah. That worked okay. Boing. Yeah, it's too bad, you know, despite having such an influence from Donkey Kong Country, you cannot actually bop on enemies. Attempting to do so will result in your death. Damage. Yes, you can't just jump into an enemy. Or jump on an enemy, I should say. You know, the Kong's feet are usually very resilient, but in this case, not so much. Okay, I really need to deal with this thing. Okay, what if I'm standing about here? Then when it turns around... Okay. Surely it can only take so many hits. 2 hits. Good. Now, subsequent bounces. Before, multiple bounces sent me higher. Yes, that still is the case. Good to know. Yep, that was done. I can't help but wanting to play fast sometimes, but I don't know the levels. The game's not really suited for it. And it's easy to fall down, apparently, in this level. Oh, goodness. Yes. Let me use this thing. Bam! Yeah, and since the anglerfish was just off screen, did not get affected by that. Another reason I wish the screen size was bigger. How did I get hit? How? Tell me how. Yeah, Gibbon says these are the sunken areas, but he hopes that we get into the ship at some point. I'm going to say I don't think that is really in the cards. Judging by the levels that have been so far, you have one aesthetic per world and you stick to it. It doesn't really change too much. I mean, I guess the city had the sewers underneath it, so there is that. Oh! You don't actually need to dunk in a lockbox to unlock it. You just sort of pass beside it or into it, and it activates. That's interesting. Did not know that. Whoa, okay. Went out of bounds a little bit there. Okay. Alright, zooming in. So there's steps going up from this island and that island. I'm going to guess there's at least 5 worlds in this game. We're almost through the 3rd one now, so with any luck, by the end of today, I will have bested this entire game with all my cheating ways. Actually, I wonder if this game has cheats or trainers or anything. You know? I don't know how you would do that. There's not a Game Shark for DOS, so... Yeah, but anyway, if you find on Google Images or wherever that flyer that I've got on the right side of the screen right now, there are screenshots of other worlds in the game. I guess I didn't examine it super closely, so as not to spoil myself too much. But I did see the fact that there would be coral reefs coming up. I knew that much, at least. But I wonder what it would reveal about subsequent possible worlds in the game. Oh, Tonya's here. Hello, Tonya. Good to see you. She's kind of freaking out a bit. This is a sort of Donkey Kong Country clone, sort of. At least aesthetically, it's taking a lot of cues from Donkey Kong Country with the pre-rendered style. Clearly, the whole coral environment taken straight out of Aquatic Ambience theme in DKC. But it's married it to this Chaos in the Windy City style basketball platformer gameplay mechanic where you have the ball, you can throw it at enemies, you can dunk it into clams, in this case, to get power-ups. And on top of that, it's borrowed from the visual style of the protagonist of the manga Slam Dunk to give this gorilla character a look that evokes basketball and punk guy kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty much exactly how I describe it. No, the death. It gets me. Yeah, glad Tonya and Gibbon are enjoying this. It is pretty cool. And yeah, I recommend finding a copy yourself and getting the version of DOSBox that lets you save state. Very helpful. Essential, I'd say, to make any kind of progress. I don't know how many links I'm going to drop in the YouTube video, but I'll put a few, I guess. Maybe all the stuff I could find about this game. Alright. Oh, come on! No! That hat, that was my ticket to an enemy-free screen. You ready? Boom! Yeah, take that, fish and squid. And shark, too. Good, must have been just off screen. Okay, yeah, there's these slopes that make you run automatically. There were quite a few of them in the construction site area. Yeah, so we've been through 2 worlds now. Oh, secret warp. Oh, what? Did I finish the level? Was I on 4 before or 5? I don't recognize this. Where am I? Yeah, have I not been here? I think I just left the level. That's really dumb. Well, I'll save there. Maybe I didn't actually leave the level, but it completed the level. Oh my goodness. You can see how punishing this game is, right? Just from a minute of watching it. Okay. Oh, the fish! I mean, they are pretty much the cutest fish that exist. It's those little glowy ones. They sort of have a transparent body. You can see through their skin, but then they have a glowing, bioluminescent sort of glow-in-the-dark line along their flank. They're the greatest fish ever, but they're actually very small. Okay, jump. No! I don't even know if this is the right way to go, you know? Whoops. Sorry, my finger was hovering over the load state button so much that I accidentally pressed it. Okay. Tell me this is the way to go. It better be, because I saved state. I could use multiple save state numbers, but it's a bit too much, you know, fiddling around. Alright, next. Okay. Tonya has questions. What system is this on? This was on PC, 1997. Okay, so that warp actually did just leave the level back to the map. That's really rude, actually. Yeah, so it's a computer. I'm running it through DOSBox on a... Oh gosh. I'm running it on Windows 8.1 through DOSBox through a build of DOSBox that includes save state functionality. So I can tell you more about that later. So here's this giant enemy crab. Oh boy. I think it's doing somersaults. And has it got shoes on? You know, on guard style? No, not on guard, sorry. Oh, it's shooting rockets at me. Squidder style, you know. DKC 2 and 3. The spider. Okay, it's throwing rocks. It has missiles. And yeah, those are definitely shoes. Tell me those aren't shoes. And not just crab feet. Now, if I'm right... Yeah, it stops at the rock. But it can shoot rockets. That's a problem. Tony also asks if there's a K-Rool XP. I do not know. I don't have the manual or anything. All I have is the box art that I found on the left and the Korean sort of magazine ad or whatever it is on the right. Oops. That's really all I know about the content of the game. There are 2 videos online that are only about 5 minutes each, and they only show the first level. So we're really in uncharted territory here as far as documentation of this game goes. And, you know, much like the original DKC, you didn't find out about K-Rool until you got to the Gangplank Galleon. Even in the manual, he was only presented as a silhouette. Although, I suppose if you're clued into marketing and such, you would have seen pictures of him. So... Okay. Alright, how do I deal with this? Alright, it's just flying away. Can I destroy the rocket? No, my basketball passes straight through it. That's very rude. So crab. Okay, the somersault is really amazing. I like that a lot. I guess the only way to deal with it is just to, you know, like that boss Lurchin in DKC3. What's it called? Oh, okay. It can actually somersault over that rock. That's a problem. That's a real problem for me. Did I hit it? Barboss of Razor Ridge. Although it was moved to the New World in the GBA remake. The New World being Pacifica. And was replaced with Croctopus, I believe. Oh, okay. Oh, it's got a digging attack. That's nice, where it throws up rocks. Okay, good. Yeah, so Barboss would shoot out in DKC3. You're playing as on guard in this boss fight. It shot out enemies which have been given a somewhat vulgar name by Matt Corner of DK Vine. Oh boy. Over! Nope, didn't make it. I have to try and not let it somersault over that rock, because this rock is my main protection right here. Oh. I tried to throw my basketball as I was pursuing it, but part of that coral is actually a foreground platform, which I then landed on, did a spin attack, and then was dazed ready to be taken advantage of by this giant enemy crab. Luckily it doesn't have any particular weak point, but I'm really doing minuscule damage if I'm honest. If I could do damage that was a bit more weighty, I would appreciate it, but doesn't seem to be in the cards. Those eyeballs though, that's pretty nice. Ah, nuts. That's pretty Barboss-like actually. But yeah, Barboss would shoot out these little spiral shell kind of things that would pursue you and then sort of lock on, and then you move and you're trying to get them to hit, like to propel themselves into Barboss's vulnerable parts. Okay, I should save. I haven't saved in a bit. Whenever you hear a little ding, that's me doing damage to the boss. So that's a hit. I'm not sure if that was a hit. I wasn't watching the health bar. But, I mean, I was talking before about the little graphical effects in the sewer. Notice how bubbles come off my basketball whenever I throw it. Of course, I have a flaming hot dunk, of course, being the jammin', slammin' basketball star that I am. All my thrown balls are flaming hot fire. And yeah, notice the trail of bubbles that they leave behind. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, and that rocket seems to have locked into that trajectory now, so it's going along that way. Yeah, and if there's a platform between you and the boss, you cannot dunk on the boss. I'm just going to call the shot attack a dunk as well, because it sounds better to talk about dunks. So does this crab have a moustache, or is that just me? It's hard to tell because it doesn't stay still for very long. Maybe that's just what crab faces look like. Yeah, the crab also has a vocal effect when you land a hit, apparently. What? Something wrong with the save state while you're... If you save state while you're holding a button, I think when you load, the button will still be being input, I believe. Okay, there's another little safe spot over on the right there if you stand on that ledge. But probably still vulnerable to rocks and such. Yeah, so if to get around the input being continuously held down, you just tap it again and it'll reset to neutral state. That's good. Oh boy. Yep, that was dumb. Didn't even do anything. That's a hit. Oh, I'm so lucky I didn't die there. Okay, keep going, keep going. We'll get that. Let's go back to our safe rock. I liked my rock. My rock was a nice, healthy place to be. Okay, rock time. Come on, crab. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah. Tanya's asking about lore and Gibbon's helpfully filling her in. We have tried to connect this to the greater Donkey Kong universe. The first world, as Gibbon says, was a construction site, arcade style, and then a city. Now we're in the sunken ship coral world. Very nice archetypes for the levels. Very DKC, very DK arcade, very marrying of the two. In fact, this game may be the mythical missing link that unites the two worlds. Yeah, because you know, DK Vine's not going to cover this game, but heck, DK Gerda might. You know what, if I ever actually get around to doing more of the honorable mentions feature on DK Vine, which I told Matt last time I spoke to him that I did want to continue at some point, I will include this game in honorable mentions because I have authority over that feature. Nobody else cares about it. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, yeah, Tanya's also urging me and Gibbon to record an episode of our podcast about it, which I would certainly not be averse to, but that would mean getting through all the content of the game, of course, to properly cover it as it should be. Okay, three hits left. But yeah, I have been thinking about wanting to do another episode of that podcast at some point, but I don't want to put too much pressure on Gibbon. I think it's sort of his turn to pick a topic, so in my head, the next one we did would be a Pauline episode. She is out in Tennis Aces now, right? But anyway, I guess we can talk about that offline later. Come on, there we go. Crab down. That's the third world done and dusted. And I can't wait to see what's coming up next. Yeah, we'll add it to the list. You mean the games list or the potential podcast episodes list? Because that's a long list. Let's see. And yes, the headcanon that this is Teenage DK Jr. Alright, so yeah, we've covered the... Yeah, why not both? Let's do both. I agree. Love it. So, who's ready for more content? Fourth world. And it's clearly jungle themed. This is exciting. Oh my god. This is just DKC. Look at this. I love it. Here we are. This is bloody jungle hijinks. Oh, they really saved it, didn't they? I love this. I love this game. Okay, so we have scorpions as enemies. But, oh man. I'm so into this. Oh. You did a game. You really won me over. Like I wasn't already invested. I was, but... Look at this. Oh man. I'm so happy. Cool. Okay, bouncy mushrooms. That's nice. It's different. Bouncy mushrooms. There were bouncy mushrooms in DK64. A pig! It's like a hogwash without the wings. Yes. I should be taking notes. Oh, okay, something killed me. Not sure what. Okay, so I think there's another world after this one. That might be the end. So let's try and get there, shall we? Yeah, we've already been going almost 2 hours, but I really want to commit to finishing this game on this stream, so it'll be a bit longer than usual. Oh well. I'll still have time to do the things I need to do, hopefully. Here on my day off. Gibbon having a similar freak out about how great this is. Yes, we got back to the jungle. Indeed, we started in the jungle, practicing our hoops and our shots on our own personal little basketball course. What do they call them? A basketball table. Yeah, a basketball wicket, you know. A court. Yeah, that's it, a court. So we were kidnapped by a helicopter, took us away to the city, and it was struck by lightning and crashed in a construction site. That's the story of this game. But now we're back. I don't know if this is the home that Slam Dunk Kong here started in. So it's a fly that killed me. Well, it's your turn, fly. Get dunked! Oh no. Very rude pig there. Great. Ah, cool. Ah yes, climbing. Climbing is back as a mechanic. It's kind of missing from the underwater world. I didn't really try it. Something happened just now. I got a certain number of bottles, and it gave me an extra life. So that's what that is. Bottles are another collectible that add up to a life. They're like bananas, except instead of 100, you only need, I think, 12. And yeah, a sign post with an arrow. That's so DKC. Oh man, like they're not even trying to... Oh, did you see that? As it zoomed in, there was a helicopter over there. The final world might be a bit shorter than the others, possibly. If it's just like a helicopter boss or something. But we'll see. We'll see. We will see, because I'm getting through this. I'm going to do it. Okay, 2 flies, 1 hat. I don't know what that hat is. That's actually a strange thing that I haven't really remarked on yet. But the screen clearing power-up thing... Oh, okay. There's another layer down here. Yeah, the screen clear power-up. Oh, wow. Oh. Did I have that map still? I hit load state. Sorry. I just wanted to look at that plant a bit. Yeah. Hello, friend. Check out my sick moves, Mr. Plant. Okay. Well, yep, it kills me. Just confirming. Of course it kills me. It's got spiky teeth. But yeah, a chomp plant, sort of, you know, piranha plant, Yoshi's Island style, really, more than it is Mario style. Yeah, that's something that came into the DK series in Returns, but here it is in Slam Dunk Kong / King Kong 10. Ah, I shouldn't have loaded there. Yeah, I want to climb those treetops, man. But yeah, the pigs, that's DKL. Whoever made this game, I don't want to say that they clearly played Donkey Kong Land, but they clearly played Donkey Kong Land. Alright, here we are. Nope. Here we are on a treetop. This is classic DKC stuff. In Jungle Japes, you climb the treetops, you get extra lives. It's great. Did I say Jungle Japes? Or did I say Jungle Hijinks? One of those is a DKC level and one is a DK64 level. Ah. Spent my keys there. Notice the levels of parallax scrolling in the background. And yeah, the mountainous background, I'm pretty sure that's straight out of like DKC3 actually. So I noticed the barracudas earlier. We've got the background that looks very much like the jetty levels in DKC3. This is ticking all my buttons. Pressing my buttons and ticking my boxes, I suppose. Kicking my butt with its crushing difficulty. Come on. Come on, little fella. Hey, thank you. At least have the decency to die when I ask you to. Okay. It's just so goofy. It doesn't look right. What happened? What happened? What killed me? Does the scorpion have a projectile attack? Maybe. So yeah, I don't know if this is Slam Dunk Kong's jungle, the same one he started in, or a different jungle. But either way, I'm sure he's happy to be in a familiar environment. Heck, what am I saying? If this is Junior, cities are familiar enough to him. Although he probably doesn't like them. In DK94, you of course play as Mario, contending against Senior. But Junior does appear in certain levels, pulling levers and such. Actually, I don't know if he's in any of the city stages, now that I think of it. I remember him being in a forested stage. He sort of pops up helping his dad out with various things. Oh. Ow. Suddenly I felt some pain in my sinuses. I hope I'm not coming down with another cold. Ugh. I had 2 colds in the last 2 months. It's quite rude of my body to let me down like this. And I just had a flu shot, maybe that's it. You're supposed to get some flu-like symptoms after getting a flu shot, right? Although having said that, it was last Friday. Whoa, hang on, what's this? It's a dinosaur. I believe I saw these on the title screen. There was a Jason type and a dinosaur underneath Slam Dunk Kong doing a sick slam dunk. So now I'm finally seeing them. Yeah, dinosaurs. Once again, something we didn't see in the DKC series until Returns. And in that case, it was only fossils in the Tar Canyon world that was on the backside of the island. Yeah, living dinosaurs in DKC hasn't really been done since Diddy Kong Racing, which is technically a spin-off. Of course, there's lots of living dinosaurs in Conquer and Banjo, but yeah, it hasn't been done in DKC. Yeah, but still, there's a dinosaur, it's just there. So there you go. What was that? I saw something. What? What? It's like a giant snail shell or nautilus shell? The nautilus thing that pursues you in DK Land. Yeah, they definitely play DK Land. Look at this thing. It's a barrel cannon! Wow. It's not pursuing me and trying to kill me. This is this game's version of a barrel cannon, which hasn't appeared until now. In any form, in any of these stages. Oh, now come on. This is just barrel cannons. This is a Donkey Kong Country game, people. Oh, what was that? A new enemy. It was a frog or something. This is great. I love this. Everybody should play this game. Oh boy. Okay. I am having fun. Okay. I'm just going to jump past it. Go. Yeah. Sick. Okay, here's that enemy again. What on earth is that? A lizard or something? Like a crocodile, maybe? It has whiskers? Or is it a monocle on a chain? Oh, what do you think? Send in your answers on a postcard. What is this thing? It's got spines on its back? I'm going with fancy lizard with monocle. That's my answer. Ah! Surprise T-Rex. No, it's more of an Allosaurus. No, it's tiny. I guess it's a Utahraptor or something. Yeah, it's moving way too fast to see. Yeah, we'll just pause the YouTube video later and examine that sprite. I'm going to be combing through this footage. Not really. Yeah. The one thing I am regretting is the lack of music in the stages. Now that I'm so, like, invested in this game all of a sudden, I will check out the other downloads and see if any of them are any different. Because there was definitely another one that said it was an ISO. And if it's the case that, you know, there were different releases of this game, I don't know. Maybe a version of them has music, maybe not. All the evidence that I saw was that there is no music because the other videos were playing a similar version to this. It looked the same, it sounded the same. Impressions from other people that I read online indicated that there was no music on the stages. So I think that's just a feature of the game. Well, an anti-feature, you could say. Oh, new enemy, Spiky Snail. Whoa, okay. That Spiky Snail got mean. It rolled up and came at me like an army. Armies from DKC. They are an enemy that's an armadillo that rolls up in a ball. In case you didn't know. Oh, okay. Time to go this way. Yep, I'm climbing vines, but I can't let go of my trusty b-ball. Oh! Secret warp! Now, did the secret warp take me forwards or backwards? Because I have been caught out by that before. Oh! Okay. I think it might have taken me a little bit back. So this time I'll go to the left. Hang on. Is this where I was? Did I fall down there? I think it's time to start clearing out some things so I know where I've been. 17 lives. That's the power of save states, baby. Whoops. Of course, pigs were friendly in Donkey Kong Country Returns. Professor Chops. Or Checkpoint. I forget which one was the real name. I think Checkpoint was the fake DK Vine name as of Returns, and then Professor Chops was the official name as of Tropical Freeze. Thanks to concept art? No, the figurines it must have been. Gave names to all the characters. There are a lot of keys up here. That was dumb. I wasn't thinking. Take that! And yeah, I believe those scorpions do shoot projectiles from their tails, which is a little bit unrealistic, I must say. Same kind of little energy ball thing that those robots were shooting earlier. They're literally barrel cannons. Look at this stuff. Although you can't tell when one is going to automatically shoot you. You don't... Whoa. What? Okay. Another warp. Another warp completely confusing me. Taking me out of place. Ah, nuts and pies. Nuts and cakes. Okay, what do I do? Oh, by the way, it's not the jump button to get out of these, it's the attack button. Okay, is this a way to go home? Because I'm tired and I want to go to bed. That's just a song. It's actually 3 in the afternoon for me. Oh. Oh boy. Well, I guess this is the way to go. Ah. Kong. Get so dizzy. Dinosaur coming up. You! Ah, curses. Foiled again. Oh. Oh! Wow. Yeah, as far as I can tell so far, there's been no instant death pits, really, in this game. There's only been, like, wide areas of instant death traps, which is different, sort of. There's not any part where you fall off the screen and then you die. I guess having a bunch of traps in a wide area is kind of functionally the same. Oh, finally. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's do it. Only 5. That's worth it. I think that gave me I don't know, points, keys? I don't know. Pretty straightforward so far. What's the trick? Dinosaur! Ah, nuts. Let's just run through while we have the armor. Make some quick progress. Yes, good. Okay, that's excellent. Good place to save. Oops. Okay, good. Floating logs. Spinny vines. You know the vines in DKC have those little propellers on top, don't they? Wait, what am I thinking of? I think I'm thinking of DK64. Oh. Oh. I see. So, the trick is, do not fall to your death. I haven't mastered that yet, despite all my years as a platform game player. Oh. Okay. I will just proceed, assuming that the way I'm going is the correct way, at all times. No more self-doubt. No more hesitation. No more jumping into random flies. I can't guarantee that last one. Yeah, I think it's DK64 that has those vines. You're correct, Gibbon. As far as I can recall. Ugh, stupid fly. Get on my level. Dude, they're throwing every enemy type at me in a row. Wait a minute, am I backtracking through an area that I started in? This was like the start of the level, wasn't it? Was it? Oh, now I'm doubting myself again. I said I wouldn't do that. Okay, get me up here. What? That wasn't really a landable tree. It's one of them fake trees that you can see but you can't touch. I'm so sick of those trees in real life. Don't hurt me, Mr. Dinosaur. That is BS. Ooh, okay, okay. Let's go. This is definitely the way to go. This is definitely not somewhere that I've already been. I know because it's different to what it was before. You know what this reminds me of? Oh! Hang on, I gotta load back because I warped somewhere but immediately fell down from that place. Yeah, the mixing of styles, because like I was saying, it's a DKC1 style jungle, but it's got a DKC3 style background. It really reminds me of DKC4, which is a fan game that's being worked on by a talented group of fans. I think some of them are based in Brazil, possibly, judging by the language. Ah, okay. But yeah, either way, that game does some interesting stuff with mixing stuff from all three games in the trilogy and also doing its own original stuff. I definitely want to play it on stream at some point. I was sort of waiting for them to release another demo, which they said was imminent, but then it sort of hasn't happened. Good grief. Okay, so I think that's where the warp took me before, was up there. So if I do this, yeah, it's kind of a shortcut to skip a bunch of vine climbing, I think. So I'll do this, and then, yes, this time I will not straight away fall down. Take that. Yeah, whatever. Dinosaurs must take 2 hits to kill. Alright, that's not the answer. So the answer is, aha. Yeah, they've released a couple of demos of that so far. It's kind of slow going, I guess, but that's kind of the nature of fan games. There have been at least 3 demos though, and I think I have access to maybe 2 of them. So I figured that would make a good stream at some point. But I've already got too many things to follow up on. The reason I was going to do this straight after Chaos in the Windy City, but then I decided to do a topical stream, and then I did something tying into... then I did, I think, my birthday stream, and then I was tying into the game clubs, sort of, for which I'd done research and just got carried away, I guess. Oh, that was the ending, halfway up that slope, go figure. But yeah, I wanted to do this earlier. I actually wanted to do it when Forest of Illusion first tweeted about it, which, you know, was back in March, I believe. So, what is this? What is this? It's a gorilla. It appears to be partially shaved or mangy, because it's got sort of the skin color all over its body, but then grey patches. Is it a yeti? Is it like diseased? It does have a top knot. Maybe it's a Ninja Kong or something. It's interesting having another primate boss, I suppose. Oh boy. Look at its health bar. This is insane. But yeah, Gibbon saying, oh, it's another Jungle Beat Kong. Yeah, could be. Alright, what is your deal, my friend? Okay, it's doing Tarzan noises. Oh, it's throwing its club! No! Oh, okay, I can get on these trees. Don't know if that really helps me. I do need to hit the damn thing. Let's just explore a bit. There's never anything in a boss arena. DKC2 had some coins. I saw a chomp plant up there, actually. Oh, he's throwing his club. I think he's probably a man Kong, I guess. Oh! Oh! He summoned a bunch of enemies, and we got a good look at the lizard sprite there, actually. Yeah, he's totally doing a Tarzan yell. Yeah, I can't quite see it, but anyway. That's a hit. Gibbon is not appreciating the constant screen zooming effect from deaths. Yeah, sorry about that. That's the level of my skills, you gotta deal with it. So which Jungle Beat Kong is this, Gibbon? Tell me. We said that good old Zero Ken Kong before was Dread. But who is this? Who's left? Sumo, Karate, and Ninja, I believe. And then of course there's Final Kong. He's a little small to be Final Kong though, but you know. Things happen. Final Kong might have gotten mystical powers from something or other and grown to extraordinary size. Ah. In terms of the look, didn't Samurai Kong have a top knot? Samurai Kong. I'm making that up, aren't I? Is that a real thing? Hang on. Who are they again? Dread Kong, Sumo Kong, Ninja Kong, Karate Kong. That's it. Sorry. What did I say before? Never mind. I think it might be Karate Kong is what I'm saying. Karate Kong was sort of... He seemed to be a kind of venerable, older kind of guy in Jungle Beat. But is this long enough ago for him to sort of look like this? I don't know. Maybe. He could be Sumo Kong before gaining weight. Oh, yeah, I was completely off. Well, everything I said just now. Given confirming that a top knot would correlate with Ninja Kong. So yes, I have played Jungle Beat. It was a while ago. It was a very long time ago. I played it on the Wii. Good. Okay, so a hit and then... Oh, a hit and then jumping on the vine is kind of the way to go. Nice to see the good old chest beating animation. Oh, okay. Alright. Luckily I saved before getting hit by the lizard so I can avoid it. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a little unfair to have those things falling down like that. They're coming really fast. Very hard to avoid. Save states are really being my friend right now. But we are approaching the end, so there shouldn't be too much more of this game. So my own rusty reflexes only have to carry me through this for now. Oh, given saying it could also be Congo Bongo from the Sega arcade games. Yeah, the whole face paint and Tarzan yells, it seems a little kind of tribal, kind of that cliche. So it's not exactly ninja-like, I would say, but maybe it's Eddie the Mean Old Yeti from the French cartoon show. Well, Canadian, you know. Oh, that damn club. This guy's powerful, and he has so much health. Okay, easy peasy. 2 quick hits, get out of harm's way, save. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, 1 hit, get killed, low state, that's my plan. Oh, goodness me. Okay, wait here, hit, animation, 2nd hit, climb. Pig! Pig! How could I foresee the pig? Nobody could have predicted. Nobody would have believed in the latter half of the 20th century. Ah! What? Oh. I thought the pig had disappeared, but it just hadn't finished spawning in. Yeah, I got Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds on the mind. I was doing the research for Go-Go Beckham in case I had to do that later, and the publisher also developed Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, the computer game, which is something I love a lot. Mostly for the music, actually, because you get instrumental versions of the songs from the rock opera, and they sound great. Okay, if I wait a little bit more, and then drop down. Nope, missed him. Dude, this is intense. And my arc is so short on my dunks. It's kind of a problem. Like, how many health bars do you have? Like 20? How do you expect any purchaser of this game in 1997 to complete this? Like, did you have playtesters? How quickly did you make this game? Like, they haven't really cheaped out on anything. There's a variety of enemy types, level types. You know, we've got big sprawling levels. It's just a matter of, I guess, the experience of the game designers to have good play control and, you know, that kind of thing. And they sort of whiffed it, I guess. There's some really good ideas here. I mean, a lot of them are stolen from other games, sure. Was that a poo? Was that a poo? Did you see the poo? Okay. And enough with the Tarzan already. Like, isn't there enough copyright infringement in this game? That's probably the worst part of Return of the Jedi, by the way. Yes, those are definitely poos. He's not just summoning all enemy types. He's literally throwing monkey feces at me. Sorry, I shouldn't have said monkey. He's an ape, of course. We both are. And I don't even know that that feces is his. It could be anybody's. Judging by the size, it's from something much larger than him. Maybe an elephant, a whale, perhaps? I don't really know what their scats look like. Fish have these little stringy ones. Yeah, I never really thought about it. That's an interesting avenue of research. I'm going to ask a marine biologist about that. What does a whale poo look like, please? What do you mean I'm drunk? You're drunk. Get out of your office, no, you get out of my office, etc. Oh, yeah. Greedy, got greedy. Don't be greedy, don't be greedy, don't be greedy. One hit, climb the vine. Ah, get stomped. That wasn't part of my plan. That's not in my 5-year plan. Okay, save. Good. Survival of the slamminest jamminest. See, I don't get how we can throw a club but also be carrying a club. That doesn't make any sense. What? Why can't I... I'm having trouble jumping at certain times. I don't know why. Yeah, I can't make it over him unless he's at the bottom of that slope, I think. This is a tricky little situation here. Okay. That club! Luckily it's not a boomerang club. It doesn't return to him. I think it just goes straight. Okay. Yes, good. That's one more hit to the tally. The giant tally that will never end. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Can I pause? I need to stretch a little bit. Oh, a little breather. Check my notes. What can I talk about? Ooh, Forest of Illusion liked my tweet. Thank you. I did mention them. Yeah, I talked about everything that I had in my notes. I expected this to last, no, not as long as it did. But it has lasted a long time. Okay, yeah, instant death. The dunk, it doesn't go far enough either. If I drop down like that, it just disappears. See, like that, or like this. Oh, it did continue, but why didn't it hit him? I don't know, the trajectory is hard to get a handle on, I guess. Okay, that was 2 hits, good. Save. Ooh, notice in the background, see in the sky, there's 2 birds just like flying along, 3 birds. Just little tiny sprites up there. Oh, nice detail. Okay, ouch. Back to the constant death, please. There's nothing I want more. 1. 2. 3 hits and 1 pass. Of course. This is easy. No problem. I can do this. I'm not having any problem at all. Oh. He didn't do the same attack. Must be dependent on factors, RNG, player input, etc. Okay, save. Good. No. And we can't lose our precious basketball. I really wish Diddy Kong were here. If I had 1 extra hit. Or anybody. Dixie would be even better, actually. Even Kitty. I would accept Kitty's help. He's probably not been born yet, to be honest. I wonder if Diddy's been born yet. Diddy's quite young. All the Diddy Kong races are sort of implied to be children, right? And this is teenage DK. The one in DKC is like, I don't know, early 20s. And then he ages more as he goes on. Okay, one more hit. Yes! Oh, thank goodness me. Are the trees in the back taken from DKC? Asked Tonya. Sorry. Actually, that's an interesting idea. If the sprites are directly just ripped from that game. I don't know. Oh, Gibbon was counting the health that was left. And then it goes back when I get to certain... Oh, because I had to say reloaded the state. That might have been the final boss. We're getting another cinematic here. Okay. Lovely cabin in the woods. Oh. Oh, that was the ending. What? Title screen music. That's just stupid. Right, sorry. So I actually thought that there was another world, but I guess the helicopter was there was indicating the first event that happened in the game, which was the helicopter picking me up and taking me somewhere and then crashing. So that wasn't a world. That was just... It was the equivalent of like that first head on the map screen in DKC, where you come from there to go to the first world. So yeah, that was the end. There are 4 worlds in the game. And yeah, that was the final boss. I don't know why that was the final boss. It had nothing to do with the arc of the story. We still don't know if the place that we were in at the end was the same place that we started at. But yeah, I guess the implication was either Dunk Kong saw his family, people that he already knew there at that house practicing basketball, or it was sort of a new person that he's like, oh, somebody else in this world is like me, an ape who also has a passion for sports and balls. I must go and meet this person. Maybe that was the implication. So yeah, either way, that was pretty cool. So that's the end of Slam Dunk Kong, also known as King Kong 10. Yeah. Yes, I'll absolutely archive this on YouTube for posterity. As I do with all my streams. You can find them on my YouTube channel, which is MiloScat. Yeah, that's what it's called. Which is different to my Twitch name. Because of the Twitch name, I couldn't get it, and then I changed it, blah, 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 blah. It's annoying and boring, but I believe I have the YouTube channel linked from my main Twitch profile, and vice versa. Well, yeah, I don't know, stuff. I'm not good at SEO and that kind of crap. Anyway, yeah, thanks very much for joining me on this stream. This was a lot of fun. There were moments of pure joy discovering these connections to the games we love. And in fact, I love this game too. So yeah, like I was saying before, you can see in the background right there, there's the dinosaur on the right, there's the Jason on the left. I don't know what that other thing was. Oh, one more thing I should show you before we leave. Because when you select quit, there's a nice little animation that's unique to this screen. So you ready? He throws down his ball, he goes home. Yep. And notice the backboard design is the same as the one that was in the city stages. Yes. Actually, Gibbons just noticed the skyline that you see during that cinematic. You can see the Space Needle. So maybe he's being taken to Seattle. And as he knows, they do have a lot of construction going on there. That Gibbon lives near Seattle. That's going to throw all our canon lore discussions into, yeah, interesting territory. I thought it was China before, but maybe it's Seattle. Well, who knows? Anyway, that's it for the stream today. Thanks for joining me. This was a delight, and definitely one for the halls of fame. It's a Donkey Kong game. It's part of the small subgenre of sports platformers, and it's absolutely crazy. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Oh, I haven't actually talked about this at all yet, but I'm going to be on holiday in a few weeks, and I'm going to be overseas, so there'll be a month without streams. But I think there's 2 more streams before that. So I will see you next week. And yeah, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.